Okay. Is it working now? Holy shit. I did all that trying to figure out if the God. Okay. It is working. All of it's working. Yay. So now let's pop this out. Let's pop this out. Let's pop this out. Let's share the screen. This one, or this one. It's what? Oh, okay. It's not that one. It's this one. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. Okay. Now to work like this. I want to share screen. I want to stop sharing. I want to share this. Okay. That's a good one. Now, now we'll see everything. And I apologize for my beginning of not knowing what the hell is going on.
Okay, so I apologize and thank you. Now, let me give the happy welcome to the nobody that's come in so far. Let me get this one. It's 8 o'clock. Yeah. So, I want to welcome everybody. Hello, future fellow weird ass black sheep. How are you? I want to tell you, you do not need to be scared. You have wandered into the party pen. And what we do here in this most amazing place, we read this great ass book. It's called God Said. Because he did not fucking say that. So, oh, sorry about that. He did not say that. And honestly, you know, when people say that, they don't really mean what they're going to say. But we are going to be reading Abraham's version of this, of his story in the Jew Journal. So, we're going to read about it. Um, okay. Okay. So, in the beginning of the story, Abraham did a thing setting these people on fire because that's what Abe did. He set their house of gods on fire and the land of the Chaldees, or Haran. But I think they did it in Abraham set them on fire, and then he moved to Haran. And his brother, Haran, died in the fire for some reason. And he left Lot, and Abraham took Lot. And that's what they said. So we're going to read the part of, I guess, before Abraham was kicked out by God to take Lot and his wife with him. And God has been telling Abraham that he's going to give him many descendants. And then Abraham's like, yeah, but I'm a young guy. Or I'm an old guy. And Rachel, she can't have babies. Sarah, her name is Sarah, can't have babies. And then God's like, what did I say? Okay. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna read all of this. Um, okay. Okay. Terah. So Terah, Abraham's father, took to himself a wife whose name was Edna. And she was the daughter of Abram, his father's sister. And in the 7th year of this week, she bore him a son, and she called him Abe. Okay. And the child began to understand the errors of the earth, all that went astray after graven images and after uncleanliness. And his father taught him writing, and he was 2 weeks old. So is that like 2 decades old? So he was 20. Now, I don't know any of that to be true. But it seems like when they call them weeks, that the weeks are the decades. Like you can tell this up here. And the 7th year of this week, So it'd be like this decade, right? She bore him a son and called him Abe by the name of the father of his mother. And he had died before he was born. And the child began to understand the errors of the earth with and the child began to understand the errors of the earth that went astray after graven images, after all uncleanliness. And his father taught him writing, and he was 2 weeks of years old. So maybe 20 years old. Yeah. And he separated himself from his father. Okay. That he might not worship idols with him. And he began to pray to the Creator of all things, that he might save him from the errors of the children of men, that his portion should not fall into error or uncleanliness. And the seed time came for the sowing of the seed upon the land, and they went forth to gather to protect the seed from against the ravens. And Abe went forth with those that went, and the child was a lad of 14. So he wasn't 2 decades old. So this is something else. And a cloud of ravens came to devour the seed, to meet them before they had distilled on the ground, and cried to them before they settled on the ground to devour the seed, and said, "Get the fuck away from here." And they proceeded to turn back. And he caused the clouds of the heavens to turn back that day 70 times, and for all the ravens throughout all the land where Abe was there, settled there not much as one. So he was out there being the scarecrow. All that who were with him throughout the land saw him, and all they saw him. This year, all those who shed to sow, who wished to sow, and went with them until the time of sowing ceased. And they sowed their land, and that year they brought enough grain home, and ate and were satisfied. And in the first year of the 5th week, Abraham brought those who made who made implements for oxen, and were artificers in wood. And they made a vessel above the ground, facing the frame of the made vessel above the ground, facing the frame of the plow, in order to put the seed. And the seed fell down from among the share of the plow and was hidden in the earth, and they no longer feared the ravens. And after this manner they made vessels above the ground into the frames of the plows, and they sowed the seed in all the land according to Abraham commanded them, and they no longer feared the birds. How many times do we got to say that? Oh, did I not share this? I should have shared this. Yeah, this is me. Net copy. Uh, uh, uh. Damn it. She's messaging me again, and I can't message her right at this moment. We'll just do that right there. Okay. I don't have any other place to share this one. Well, okay. I do have another place to share this one, but I'm not going to. Yep. Okay. So, did I pick all the places I was live in? Yes. Okay. Okay. So, it came to pass in the 6th week, in the 7th year thereof, that Abram said to his father, what help and profit have we from those idols which you worship? And the idols you worship and do the face thing too. For there is no spirit in them. They are dumb forms and a misleading of the heart. Don't worship them. Worship the God of heaven who causes. Why are you worshiping this shit? It's kind of stupid. Like you could worship the God of heaven with no problem because he proves himself daily. Yeah, especially if you don't believe in him. What you ask for, he gives you. It's not these things. And all life is before his face. Why do you worship things that have no spirit? For they are the work of hands. Abe didn't say this because God doesn't say this till later. Abe definitely didn't say this. This is a God thing, and it's way later in the story. And his father was like, yeah, I know that, but these people will definitely kill me for doing that. But listen, don't say anything else because these people are unhinged. Like, you know that. You see them. They're like blue-headed fascists. Yeah. They're not worth your time, dude. Don't even do it. And these words he also spoke to his two brothers, and they were angry with him, and he kept silent. And in the 40th Jubilee, on the second week, in the 7th year, Abe took himself a wife, and her name was Sarah, the daughter of his father, and she became his wife. And Haran, his brother, also took a wife in the 3rd year of the 3rd week, and she bore him a son in the 7th year, and called him Lot. And Nahor, his brother, also took himself a wife, and it was in the 60th year. So Abe was 60 when Lot was born. Oh, never mind. And in the 60th year of the life of Abram, that is the 40th week in the 40th year, Abe rose at night, burned the house of idols, and he burned all that was in the house, and no man knew it. And they arose in the night and sought to save their God from the midst of the fire. And Haran hasted to save them. But the flames rose over him, and he was burnt in the fire. And he died in Ur of the Chaldees. And Terah went from Ur of the Chaldees and his two sons, going to the land of Lebanon and the land of Canaan, and dwelt in the land of Haran. And Abram dwelt with Terah in Haran 2 weeks of the years. And in the 6th week, in the 5th year, Abe sat up through the night on the new moon to observe the altars, or to observe the stars from the evening in the morning, in order to see what would be the character of the year in regard to the rains. And he was alone. He sat and observed, and the word came to him, his heart. And it said, all the signs of the stars and the signs of the moon, they are all in the hand. No, that's right. Abraham said this. God does all these great things. And he prayed that night, God, you are so amazing. You do such great shit. Shall I return to Ur, who seek my face, that I may return to them? Or am I to remain here in this place? The right path before thee prosper in the hands of me, that I may fulfill it, that I may not walk in the deceitfulness of my heart. Oh my God, Abe didn't say this. Abraham did not say this. Man, and this is so long for no fucking reason. It doesn't even need to say all this. Do they get paid by word to write these books? because this is nothing. This is a journal of made up things. It's fantasy novel. Definitely a fantasy novel. Oh my God. And he made an end of speaking and praying. And behold, the word of the Lord was sent to him through me, saying, who are you? Because who are you? Who is me? Anyway, me, whoever me is, said, get up from your country and go from your dead. You are way too fucking old to be living here, dude. Get out. Go to a place where I show you and make you a great and numerous nation. I shall bless thee, and I will make your name great, and you will be blessed in the earth, and in you all the families of the earth will be blessed, and I shall bless them that bless you, and curse those who curse you. This is in the original story. And I shall be a God to you and your descendants. Fear not from here on out and to all the generations of the earth. I am your God. And the Lord said, in this mouth, and no, I am your God. And God said, then in his mouth and his ears, is God speaking in third person? God is speaking in third person like he's the rock. God is officially the rock. He speaks in third person. Oh, hold on. Opened his mouth and the ears of his lips, and I began to speak with him in Hebrew. Who is I and who is we? I began to speak with him in Hebrew, in the tongue of the creation. See what I'm saying? These people change fucking history constantly because this is not a thing. Because it's saying Hebrew, not Aramaic, is the tongue of the creation. And he took the books of his father, and these were written in Hebrew. And he transcribed them, and he began from there forth to study them. And I made known to him that he which could not understand. And he studied them 6 months. And it came to pass in the 7th year of the 6th week that he spoke to his father and informed him that he was going to leave Haran and go to the land of Canaan to see it and return. And Terah was like, fine, God be with you and protect you from evil. And if you So he blessed him a lot, and then said, "Arise and take with you Lot, the son of Haran, your nephew, and the Lord be with you. And Nahor, my brother, leave with me. Oh, and Nahum, your brother, my own son, leave with me until you return in peace, and go with thee altogether." So that was Jubilee 12. So we'll pick on Jubilee 13 in a few. Probably tomorrow. Yeah. I had a seizure earlier. Well, actually, it wasn't too too far from before I made my live stream. That's why Dustin was checking on me. If no, well, nobody probably heard that because I had my microphone muted for a reason. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to tell y'all to have a great day. It's time to give the pillows some head and the sheets some ass and have the sweetest dreams ever. Oh, look. Yeah, people should be here by now. Nobody's here. So I'm going to go ahead and end it. So, give the pillows some head. Put some lipstick on. Put a ring on it. Get it all over your face. Hit a bowl. Have a post-coital cigarette. And have the sweetest dreams ever. Love you so much.